Hello my bunny buns! I'm Brushes and Bunnies, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be having a little bit of a motivational talk. The topic for today's video is going to be talking about giving up. But we're not going to be talking specifically about the negative sides of giving up, we're going to be talking about the positive sides of not giving up. So let me recap a little bit here in terms of the background, why I wanted to do this video. So the drawing that you're seeing me do right now was something that I was sketching yesterday. And I had the full intention of just, having a casual sketching session and then doing some mixed media work on top of it. I was recording it just because I always record my things, just because I just don't know how my drawings will turn out, and maybe I could use it for my YouTube channel. But in this case, it was just really a really chill drawing session. The sketch turned out fine, I was quite happy with it, and things started to kind of go down south when I started to apply the watercolor. And I'm sure you guys are familiar with the feeling of like, you sketch something, it looks perfect, and then you start coloring it and you feel like you've ruined it. Well, that's pretty much the feelings that I got with this very early on. So what did I end up doing? Something that I definitely hate doing, but I just did it because I just was probably having an off day. As soon as I applied the first few layers of watercolor onto her face, I took one look at it and I was like, this isn't turning out the way I wanted to. And I got discouraged and I kind of lost some confidence, and I just decided to leave it be and go to bed. Now this brings me to the topic of giving up. Now something that I really pushed myself for the year 2017, directly as soon as it turned New Year, I was like, okay guys, like this is my new art goal. Every single drawing that I do, I need to finish it. Apart from it being an actual personal artistic goal, I think that this is a pretty important lesson to learn if you are a budding artist. So let's break it down into a couple positive topics here. I really want to show you guys why not giving up is beneficial for you guys in the long run. Starting with number one is pretty much the learning experience. So let's say you start off with a mock-up, you progress into a sketch, you then progress into the coloring process, whether that is painting, marker work, crayon, pencil crayon, watercolor, and then you progress into the fine details at the very end. Everything in between there, from A to Z, you will learn something. And it's kind of important that you push yourself through this entire process, because you will learn something in the sketching stage, you will learn something in the coloring stage, and you will also learn something in the fine detail stage. And what this will mean is that in the long run, it will help develop your skill, it will help develop your talent, which is pretty much the same as skill, but it would also help develop your overall creative imagination, as well as sort of style, your drawing style, your art style. And for this reason alone, I will never let a drawing go unfinished or undone, just because I know it will be super beneficial for me in the long run. The second reason is an equally good reason, and I really like this one because it's actually looking out for you, for your better good, or for your behalf in the near future. Now let's say for an entire year you have been so good at finishing your drawings, you've been drawing every day or every week, and you've been finishing them from A to Z. Now progress or fast forward to a year from now, and what will you have? You will have a giant portfolio full of drawings, and you can see your progression. And this is where it gets really cool, because you're able to see kind of like the progression of where you started until now, and you will see based on your finished drawings how your skill developed, as well as how your sort of drawing style developed. So it's a pretty cool thing to see, and I think you owe it to yourself to really have that experience, and also just to see how you've grown over the year. So for reason number three, this is also a really fun one, and it is talking more about your development as an artist. So let's say you're drawing something and it's turning out super ugly, you're not happy with it, you're about to give up, you're thinking about it. Instead of giving up, take this opportunity, take this sketch or this drawing or this painting to experiment. Experiment with different colors, experiment with different materials, just play around. This is what really kind of helps you develop as well. So it's perfectly fine to make mistakes, it's perfectly fine to not like your work, and it's also perfectly fine to mess things up. You can just kind of take this chance, instead of thinking negatively about it, you can think positively about it and try something new. This positive thinking in terms of messing something up and trying to experiment works really well for me in terms of watercolor. So with watercolor, you guys probably know it's quite easy if you don't know how to work it, how to control it. It's very easy to mess things up, especially if colors tend to bleed together and maybe things are just not turning out the way you want to and you've done a mistake somewhere. Watercolor can be very, very hard to manage at times, but it's also very fun. Whereas, for example, if you mess up a drawing with watercolor, you can just sort of like, if you think you cannot make it an improvement, you can play around with watercolor. And this is what I've always done. I just kind of experimented with watercolor and tried new colors, tried new watercolor techniques, and it turned out to be a really fun project. And I did learn a lot from it. So give it a try. Don't feel bad about yourself if you're messing up. Just don't give up, because you owe it to yourself to get better and to learn and to just have fun. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and give it a big thumbs up if you did like it. Also, don't forget to subscribe for a lot more art videos, live streams, and yeah, just general art fun. All of the materials that I used for this specific drawing you can find below in the video description. And you can also find my other social media accounts and my second YouTube channel, which is kind of very new. Actually, it is quite new. But yeah, so again, just kind of an announcement, I will be doing some more live streams now since I do have a whole week, or a month. I have a whole month of vacation, which is really nice. So I'm going to be doing a lot more live streams. I'll be a lot more active on YouTube, and I will also be doing a lot more videos, especially focusing on tutorials, which I haven't done in a very long time. But yeah, so I feel pretty confident, I feel pretty good, and we're gonna have a great month. So thanks again for watching. Have a wonderful sunny day or afternoon wherever you are in the world, and we will see each other very soon. Bye!